I'm here with Pesamino, my good friend. I'm Johann, and we're at Kira Beach on the Esplanade. And yeah, we'd just like to have a chat about what we found interesting throughout the week and what's important to us.
Yeah.
And coming back to what we talked about, I think last week was that phrase, I am enough.
Yeah, I'm enough.
I mean,
It's a beautiful phrase.
Yeah, I mean, I kept thinking about it during the week, and typically the minute that you say I am enough, I guess for a lot of us, and even for me, I turn that into a question. Instead of I am enough, it's am I enough, question mark.
Right.
And then that self-doubt creeps in.
Yeah. Isn't it interesting though? Because just the phrase alone, but that's the mindset that leads you, but the phrase alone is meant for neutralizing. So if you go to self-doubt, go again, I'm enough.
Okay, so when you say I am enough, and I had this thinking as well, this, trying to reflect on that actual phrase. Am I enough, or I am enough with everything around me? Or?
With everything. Because, in life, we're always wanting to be better, or we're judging that we're less. So when you know you're enough, and you're actually aware of it, what's possible?
Okay. So then we're talking about possibility.
Yeah, the possibility. So in Buddhist philosophy, it's such a beautiful thing. It's like they talk about this human potential. What is the human potential? What is this? And I feel that we're always trying to live up to someone else's expectations, someone else's beliefs, someone else's TV's way of telling you how you should be. Mum and dad saying that you. But what about if you knew you were enough, and then we're able to understand your own potential?
So that's where conditioning comes in.
Yeah.
Trying to break free from that conditioning.
Normally I don't go into helping people to understanding I am enough, but in you asking those questions is what you actually ask. But the antidote to that is to keep saying I'm enough.
So keep repeating that phrase to bring you back to that
awareness of why you came up with the latter, like, am I enough? So it's interesting that you'd go, I am enough, or am I enough? Then, because everyone's different. Everyone's different when they actually experience that phrase.
Because, even for me, and I said before, that self-doubt.
Yeah.
Because throughout the week, there were times when I was thinking, am I enough? Am I doing the right thing here?
Yeah.
And then to remind myself that I am enough brought me back. It's sort of like mindfulness, but instead of mindfulness of breath, it's mindfulness of mind.
Yeah. Did it make you feel good? Did it make you feel relaxed? Like you go for the feeling then, I am enough. And then when all those other things come in, how did you feel?
I think it wasn't so much of a feeling. It was more being able to take that step back, creating that pause between where I was and what I was intending to do before I even asked that question.
Yeah.
And then having it totally change what I was with the outcome.
Yeah.
That's where I was.
Wow. So there's obviously, like, how did that make you feel then? Did it make you feel happy, sad?
It was interesting.
Inquisitive?
Yeah, inquisitive.
Yeah.
Inquisitive.
Playful, because I hope that it should always, we get so caught up in the seriousness sometimes of life that we actually forget playfulness, to be actually have fun.
But I think there's a stigma against playfulness.
Yeah.
There's a negative stigma against having too much fun.
Yeah.
But then what is too much fun?
Yeah. It's to think that you're having too much fun is like, wow, who said that? Was it the person that? Yeah, like it's. To even put a limitation on something, like why do we put limits on stuff? And I'm not saying that you should do something all the time, full throttle. No, when you're aware, you understand. Like, for example, freedom. Is there a limitation to freedom?
No. So then that brings you back to that that
I'm
sentence.
enough. Yeah, I'm enough.
And it brings you back to that simplicity
That's right.
of being aware that everything around you is enough for you at this point in time, at this now.
Yeah.
That the fact that, hey, I should be more grateful because I am here.
Yeah.
And I'm being, and so it is enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And even assessing whether you know, like there's one thing that comes up for me: I am good enough. Am I good enough? And to say I'm enough relaxes me to know that I am enough, and then to know that, oh no, you're good enough.
Without any judgment.
Yeah.
Sentence has no
Yeah,
judgment
it just
at all.
leads on to your own understanding of yourself.
Very nice. Thank you, Pesamino.
Thank you,
Great.
Yohann.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you've got any comments, please leave us a message, and we'll see you next week.